Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Friday. Y'all come in. Okay, I see us. I've had a lot of tech difficulties lately. But I'm thankful it's working. So let me get us shared over to the group and we will get started. Have lots of fun things to talk about. All right, y'all come on in. Let me know you're here. Tell me how you're doing. Go ahead and give me a weather report. Hey, Wendy, how are you doing? Always glad to see your name pop up. Have lots to talk about for what's coming in April. All right, I think I got it shared. All right, welcome. Well, I'm excited that I saw your name pop up. I'm excited. Love whenever y'all share your work. So, Bobby, so every week, for those who don't know, we have a student spotlight of the week, and um, my assistant pulls those names for me from the people who share their work. And at the end of the month, we have a student of the month that is chosen from the people who shared. So I don't think I said that right. The student of the month is chosen from the student of the week winners, and they get Happy Mail at the end of the month. Really, it's at the beginning of the month. We send them some fun, creative Happy Mail. So y'all show your work. You never know what we might send you in the mail. You know it'll be fun. So, so glad y'all are here. We are very yellow and pollinated. The bees are everywhere. There's pollen everywhere. I think maybe it's going to rain. Have no idea. It's very humid. Good. Alina was one. So I love to collect stuff, and sometimes I'll find things on sale and I'll collect it to go in our stash for Student of the Month. We just like to surprise and delight you. All right. So thank y'all for coming. Thank you for joining. Have a lot of things to go over today. So lots of things. So welcome. So see Susan. Hey Susan and Christine. Let's see. Dive Mom 13. Let me think who that is. I can't place it. Karen is here, Alina, Bobby, Debbie, Karen Darter is here. I think I've got them so far. So glad to see y'all. Okay. All right. I know a lot of you already heard the word of our color of the month. Yes, I am. I don't know if y'all know this about me, but I have a hard time keeping surprises. If I buy a gift for somebody, I have a really hard time keeping it and not giving it to them right away. Sherry, welcome. So glad you're here. Hey, Karen Wallstein and Julia. There's Miss April. How much planning did it take to get both? Well, it went like this. I just happened to put the green shirt on this morning, and 5 minutes before we went live, I went racing inside. I said, I got to find something pink. So I grabbed my sweater. Feeling much better. I missed, wait, do y'all do this where it's like, what is today? I had my neck epidural this week, so I didn't get to do our live on Tuesday, and I'm still very sore, but I think probably by tomorrow I'm going to be seeing a difference. It usually takes a few days for it to kick in. But thank you for asking, April. I've been in a daze. The medicine's finally, the sedation medicine's finally wearing off, so I'm thinking a little bit clearer. My daughter's the one that took me and drove me home, and later I said, I don't even remember getting home. That's how strange it makes me feel. Okay. Yes, it does, Sandy. If Sage Green had a cousin, I think her name would be Blush Pink. I do. They just pair so well together. I really think so, and I love to wear this color, paired with green. I like to wear it. It goes with a lot. It's gonna surprise you how much of a neutral it is. If you can get it toned down, where it's got enough brown tones in it, so it's not so bubblegum pink. It goes with a lot. It's a great neutral, and I use it all the time in my paintings, all the time. So to the point that anytime I can find the paint that looks like, um, the blush pink, I buy it because I use it so often. I don't wanna have to mix it every time. Hey, Terry, it's good to see you. Pinky Lou. Um So here's what's coming. This is what I've been working on. So your color of the month is, for those who missed it earlier, is blush pink. So I've been making papers, just been having a really good time with this color, experimenting. This is butcher paper. You don't have to use this, but I just like stretching it out. And y'all, look how pretty that is. I'm going to use this in my journal. I'm not going to throw this away. I could even turn this into a flower. Does it kind of look like flower petals? And that's the center. This is where I was doing doodles with it on the wet paper. So I can cut this down into page size, journal page sizes, and these can be pages. This could also be wrapping paper. I could flatten this out with a warm iron and wrap a gift with this. What else could we do with this paper? Let's brainstorm it. And butcher paper, I think it might be the same as, here goes my nose itching again. Should be probably similar to like bulletin board paper. Maybe it's thicker than copy paper. It's long, it's on a roll. It's very versatile. It's great for using with our gel prints, our gel plate. It's great for just painting on here. So I'm saving all of these papers, and as y'all work on yours, I want to encourage you to do the same. So I think they're very comforting colors. I love it too, Karen. Here's one that I did with watercolor paper. This is heavyweight watercolor paper. And I just put watercolor paint on here, and it's layers of color. So, and you'll get this in your lesson, but you just start shopping your stash, and what do you have that's these colors? Even if it's not the color right now, then you can add white to it to dilute it. And then I've given you the recipes in the tutorials of how you can mix it yourself, but I think you're going to have fun with it. Elena said she'd use it in her journal. Ah, that's a good idea, Susan. Outline verses with it. This would be great to put your verse cards on top of it. Hey, Melanie, it's so good to see you here. So I can't remember if I said this in the lessons or not, but I would encourage you to purchase a pack of, what are these called? Index cards. And use them also, because these are great these are some I did on the gel plate, but you can just make a stack of them. And when you're doing your journals and you want to have a backing to your verse cards, you just file through your colors of your hand painted card paper, and it's really handy to keep those. Okay, so this is on watercolor paper. Let me show you this one. This one is on sketch paper, and this is all water soluble like watercolor, water-soluble pencils, but there's lots of depth. There's a lot of layers in there. These are great to cut down. Then here's one that I did on sketchbook paper. It's with acrylic paint. So this month we're doing acrylic paint and playing with watercolor. Hey Sherry, so good to see you here, girl. With the acrylic, see, look at the texture you can get with that. You've got some sheen, there's some matte. These are great for our journals because I did it with acrylic. It's heavier weight. It feels heavier weight. This could be a journal cover. It's sturdy enough for a journal cover even. Where do you get a gel plate? Are there different kinds? Do you have a link to a good one? Great question. I think we have some on our Amazon shop. We have some small ones. We don't have them on the website. This brand right here, Melanie, is Gel Arts. It's a gel printing plate. It's you can get different sizes. So this is the 5x7. This is what we used at the retreat last year. We're going to do some more gel plate this year at our Christmas retreat. This is a good size. The 8x10 is a good size. There's another brand though. What is it called, y'all? It's Gel Arts, and maybe it's called, I don't remember. There's two different brands that work well with acrylic paint, and I would stick with one of these, like either this one or the other one that I can't remember the name of. I think you would thoroughly enjoy it. Let me see if this is it. Jelly Arts. All of mine are Jelly Arts, but there's another one, and it may be down in the warehouse. But you can get them on Amazon. I needed a larger one this past weekend, and I thought I could maybe get it from Michael's. And the only thing they had was a speedball. And the speedball plates, those are for ink. We want something that works well with acrylic paints. But we can also use our inks on that. We can use, you can use so many different things. All right, this is one of my favorites. I wanted to make this a printable for our creative printable club and realized I don't need to do that because this is a stencil. So look at this. Look at that texture. Isn't that gorgeous? Do y'all remember me telling you I went to Hobby Lobby and looked in their cake decorating aisle, and they have these stencils? So the price on it is $2.49, and they were half price, or maybe they were 40% off. But I got this one with the leaves. This is the rosettes, and then there's another pattern. Look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? It's much cheaper than buying the other ones. So I bought 3 to test them, and they've worked out really well. I've not cleaned them, but that's okay. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is the rosette. I've not used the one with the leaves yet, but this is an example of a paper stencil. It's made out of thick paper, but that's how you can get layers and layers of color and depth. It's beautiful. This would make a really pretty background for your art, kind of like we did last month we painted a watercolor painting and then we layered it onto our acrylic papers. This is on the 140-pound watercolor paper. It would make a book cover. It's sturdy enough for a book cover. But that's this one with acrylic paint. And this is one on copy paper. And look at the sheen. See that? That's acrylic paint. It's fascinating. And this is using one of those Hobby Lobby cake stencils. MK, it was at Hobby Lobby. Thank you, Bobby. So Bobby did you buy one of those, the Jelly Arts? Look at this one. This is my favorite. This is gold ink. That's gold ink. Look how pretty that is. This one is in the printables for this month. Look at this one with the red and gold. So that's just a little sneak peek of what we're doing. This is my mixing. This is the deli paper. I used it to mix some colors. And don't throw this stuff away. We can use it in our artwork. Use it in our artwork. Okay, so let's see what else I've got. Look how that one turned out. Isn't that pretty? And this is another one. All of these are with the gel plate. This is one that I did just, oh, you're not seeing anybody else's comments. That's weird. So do you don't see Bobby's or MK's? Because they're, that's strange, Sherry. I'll have to tell you what they're saying. This is not the gel plate. This is how, last month, we just did some painted papers. This is copy paper, and it's layered up with layers of acrylic paint. And this is actually in your printables this month. I wonder what the deal is. Do y'all see the comments? Everybody else's comments? There's been a lot of weird stuff happening this week. So it may not be you, because Josephine's saying she doesn't see it. Susan doesn't see him. Let's see right here. Okay, that's to show them on the stage. So y'all see them there, but you don't see them in the regular comments. Gwen sees them. Some people do and some people don't. Isn't that weird? All right, so that leads me to tell y'all, does it have to do with chat live? I don't know, Susan. It would make sense that if you're on YouTube, you wouldn't see the Facebook comments, but I would think you would see the YouTube comments, though. Do you see the YouTube comments, Alina? I don't think I've changed anything with my settings, but StreamYard is the platform that I use, and they did an update this week. So whenever I recorded some of our lessons, the first 2 lessons, the quality is not very good. And I did not realize it till after I'd recorded it all. And I thought, I'm not re-recording that. Sorry, I'm just going to tell you up front. But that leads me to tell you that whenever we do our first Zoom for Creative Hearts, we'll go into more depth. So, all right, so I've shown you these. Let's go ahead and talk about all of that. So with the color of the month in Creative Hearts Studio, and for those who are new and don't know what I'm talking about, Creative Hearts Studio is our monthly membership. It's a monthly membership, and I create, this year I'm creating a color of the month lesson. We are also doing a lettering project, which we're doing this year-long Follow Him journal. And I'm almost finished with this month with the April cards, verse cards. Then we do a mixed media painting of the month. And then new for this year, we're doing the names of Jesus. And y'all, we've already started on our Christmas ornaments. Just saying. And by the end of the year, we will have enough ornaments, we'll have more than 12 because some months we have more than one. If you wanted to have a name of Jesus tree, you would already have your ornaments. So we're doing a lot this year, a lot of extra stuff, but I felt like that's what I was supposed to do. So I don't know if we'll do that much next year. I don't know, because it's been a lot. It's been a lot, but it's helped. I'm learning a lot. I'm enjoying it, and I hope it's helping y'all. So this is a sneak peek of what you will be learning in Creative Heart Studio this month in the Color of the Month lesson. So I'm showing you how you can use pre-mixed pink and make papers, but we're also showing you some recipes that you can mix it yourself. For those who love to mix, I think you're going to enjoy experimenting with this. I think you will. They are so close, and I'm about to show you those, Alina. Adrienne's just waiting for me to finish it. But here's what I did. So let me move that. So I decided for this month, because I love these papers so much, I'm including some of these papers in the Printable Club. So let's go right to what's coming for the Printable Club. All right, so our theme for April, the name of Jesus is Lord and Master. Lord and Master. We'll still do the daily verse cards in April. I just wanted, since Easter's in April, we'll still have those. So I like to try and line up the art printables kind of with what we're doing. So let me show you what I've got. All right. So for this coming month in April, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets of artwork. So the Art Printable Club is where I'm taking some of my older art, because I've been painting. My youngest just turned 36, so I've been painting that long, and I have a lot of artwork, and we're giving it new life. And so we're formatting it so that you can have like a 5x7, a 4x6, a bookmark size, or a note card size. So we have this one, Because He Lives, I Can Face Tomorrow. This next one is a Pinterest top pin. It's being pinned all the time on Pinterest. Here's this one. This is a bestseller, a long-time bestseller. It says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So this one on this side is a 5x7. You can print this out, cut it down, and it could go in a 5x7 print. You could use it in your journal. This one is for note cards, or you could frame it. This one right here is, I used to make so many bookmarks with this. You could use it for bookmarks, print it on sticker paper. I think for those who watched Brandy's tutorial last month, I think you could probably even use this with those Shrinky Dinks. Yeah. So I love this one. Oh, good, Sherry. Good. All right. Then this is one, I made this page with that Shrinky Dink stuff in mind. And I asked Brandy, I said, do you think this would work with that? And we have not tested it, but it feel pretty confident it will. So what I had in mind with this is, if you want, because you'll get these probably Monday or Tuesday, I was thinking you could use these in some of your digital Easter, wrong season, Easter decorations, or even make like these little tags and decorate your table or napkins. Carolyn, these are digital. This is part of our monthly group, and every month they get, I think there's 9 pages. I try and stick with 9 to 12 pages of art that they can print out on their printer and make things. What else was I gonna say about this? I think these will also fit on note cards, but I had Easter in mind and maybe doing some things with the Shrinky Dinks. Then this one, I don't think we've done a thank you thing, and so I had my card makers in mind for this one. This one is a thank you, so this could be a note card. There's different sizes there, and then down at the bottom, can y'all read that? It says, "You are a blessing." I tried to fit them so you could get the most. "You are loved." What does that one say? "I am so thankful for you." These could also be the little Shrinky Dinks. Yes, you can. Yes. So, and I've got links up in the description, but let me just grab it so I don't forget. So, whenever you join, you get access to all the past printables too. And I don't know, we're coming up on a year. It's our year birthday for the Printable Club, so I wanna do something special. Good, thank y'all for letting me know that you love them. Thank you, because I think about y'all whenever, I'm putting them together. So then I also made some background paper. So this has got like a texture to it. I don't think the lighting is the best, but this one's gonna work really well with this one. So if you want to layer it, then I scanned in my pages. So this is one of my gel plate prints, and this is that one that's got so much texture on it. Look how well that came out. It looks like the paint's wet, doesn't it? So you can use these in your journal making also. And this one, I love the way that one turned out. And look at this. So when I was doing it on the gel plate, I had some circles that I'd cut out of paper, and I let it stay on the gel plate too long. And when I pulled it up, it was stuck to the paper. Like I could not get it off the paper. Look, it looks like you could peel it off, doesn't it? It's a good scan. It really scanned well. Do you have a link for the Shrinky Dink? That's a great question. We will get it, because I think, oh, and then this one. I couldn't not do this one. That's my palette paper. Isn't that so cool? I just love it. Okay, let's see right here. Yeah, I'm going to need to get it from Brandy, it looks like, because I thought she left me she got this at Hobby Lobby, but I'm sure you can get it on Amazon. What you're looking for is printable shrink. I think they're calling it shrink film. Let's see if Brandy's still here. Let me text her, y'all, because I need to know this. So for those who don't know, so I think it was last Friday, Brandy led our project for the Printable Club, and she showed us how to make these things from the printables with the shrink stuff. And you always think about, all right, let me type this. What's the name of the shrink paper? Do you have a link? Are y'all like me? You can't talk and type at the same time. It's fascinating to see how it works. And this is so sturdy. So you could use it in your journal as tags. I think it would be pretty at the end of a really pretty ribbon. Lots you can do with it. So you'll want to look for, there's 2 kinds. It's either white or it's clear. And there was a distinctive difference in the outcome. It was not that one was better than the other. Let's see if I can get it out of here. Brandy's very creative. I can't get it out of here. Here it is. Okay, so this is one that was printed on the clear shrink paper, and this is one that was printed on the white. So it gives it a white background. So it's going to make the color. Thank you, Karen. Karen's got it for us, y'all. Thank y'all for helping me. Good zipper pull. That's a great idea. Hang them on your purse. Yes, Sandy, you are on a roll. So that's what I had in mind whenever I was doing this page, because it needs to be about this size, like this one that says Victorious. I thought that would be really pretty hanging. But anyway, and I think that these colors would show up well on a white background. That's a great idea, Carolyn. Or is it Caroline or Carolyn? Caroline. I bet it's Caroline. Purse charms, Bible charms. Yes. So I designed these with that in mind, but you could also, like, I know we have a good bit of card makers, so you could definitely use them for your card making. So I've got it done now. Brandy's, we have a process. Once I get them done, I pass them off to Brandy, and she'll proof it and make sure that I didn't misspell anything or put the wrong verse on there, and she'll help me watch for blemishes and stuff like that. So then we send them to Adrienne, and she gets them ready as a digital file. Melanie, it's in the Printable Club hub and in their face. Are you in the, I think you are in there. Pretty sure you're in there. Let me know if you're not in the Art Printable Club. Okay, so that's what's coming for the Art Printable Club. So the whole heart behind this is to use this as a resource for your journaling, note card making, Bible journaling, and even in your artwork, because you could use these as collage in your art. And now for this year, we're on this color of the month thing all year long. And so I would file these by the month, because if you need something pink, then you know, okay, I need to go to April and see what I can find. You need sage green. Let's look at March. Okay, so you should have it in your hub for March, and I don't know if they posted it in the Facebook group or not. But if you don't find it, let us know, because it was good. She does a great job teaching the project. And just while we're on that topic, I would love for y'all to show something also. I'm not as knowledgeable with the craft supplies like others are. I just want to focus on making the art and the resource for y'all. So anytime you have something you want to show how to make, let me know, and you can be our student teacher that day and get some Happy Mail. So, and I don't have anything lined up for April. So now that you know what we're doing, let me know if you want to be our student teacher. Okay, I would love for y'all to do it. Okay, so that takes us to our mixed media painting. And of course, we are using blush pink in our painting. So remember, our name of Jesus this month is Lord. And the verse that's on the calendar artwork is, I'm going to misquote it. Let me grab it. So for those who are new, this is like our roadmap. This is our 2026 calendar, and it's got all of this is artwork that I created, and each one has a verse. So we have a theme verse for every month. Can you tell we have a lot of themes? So April is Luke. I cannot even read that. 5:10 through 11, and they left everything and followed him. So, this has got boats in it, and I wanted to include a boat somehow into some of this. So I was able to incorporate it into our painting. And for me, them leaving everything to follow him, it's like, he is Lord. That's what Lord is. That's what master is. He is your Lord. You lay your life down to follow him. And so I wanted us to paint a boat, and I couldn't find the artwork. So probably 15 or so years ago, I painted a boat, very simple boat, and it was on a shore, and it just said that same verse, and they left everything and followed him. And I sold it pretty consistent, and then it kind of died off. And we had a fascinating story to happen last year, and I want to tell you this story. Maybe I'm not going to butcher it up because I want to tell you before I show you the artwork. So we had a lady to reach out, and at the time Linda was helping me and say that she had purchased a boat artwork from me whenever we were at a show in Tennessee. And that was a lot of years ago because it's been a lot of years since I went to Tennessee. So it was old, and she needed to get another one and wanted to know, could we get another one? And she needed it to have a frame. So, long story short, a lot of conversation back and forth. This lady had gone on a mission trip, and there's so many different God moments in her whole story of how she even got to go on the mission trip. But she went to a mission trip and met this missionary who was giving her a tour of this dark area. I want to say it was in Greece, but now I'm not positive if it was in Greece or not. But how every night he has a set time that he goes into this neighborhood or this street, and he prays for the people in that area. And so he invited her to go, and she went with him. And then they ended up going back to his office. She was going to volunteer to help him. He was going to be moving, so she was helping him. And he showed her some artwork that his mother had given him. And she gave it to him when, it's hard for me to say it without crying. She gave it to him when he was leaving to go become a missionary. Hey, Tracy, my friend. So he showed it to her, and y'all, it was my artwork. It was that boat. And it was very special to him because his mother gave it to him, and she had the frame made with some barn wood from a family barn that was torn down. So it was very sentimental. So that lady had prayed for the man, and he gave her that picture. It was a print that was framed. He gave it to her. Like, he gave it to her. And she said, "Oh, no, I can't take this. I can't accept this. Your mother gave this to you." And he said, "No, I believe I'm supposed to give it to you." And they went back and forth, and she accepted it. But by the time she got home, she was looking at it, and I think somehow she looked at the back and saw where the mother had even written a thing on the back of the print. And she just was heartbroken that she took it because she felt like he needed it because his mother gave it to him. So she tracked us down, and she was wanting to get another one to send to him. So Linda was working on trying to get it and worked it all out and sent it to her. Well, y'all, a couple of weeks later, another lady reached out looking for that same artwork. And she had a story, and her son, believe it or not, was a missionary, and she had gotten that print, and had it framed with a very sentimental frame and had sent it with him whenever he went on the mission field, and I think it was Greece. And he ended up giving it to a um, somebody that came in on one of the mission groups. Y'all, it was the same. It was the mother of the man. She was trying to also get him another print. So it's just a special little simple little boat. And I had that in mind whenever I designed this for us to paint. So I want you to remember that when I show this to you, because I wanted it to look simple and calm and peaceful. And so I was looking around at some things to get some inspiration from. I know, and it's just mind-boggling because it was like 7 years ago that we were in Tennessee. And what are the chances that I don't know, because I have a new website now. I don't even have the same website anymore because I sold that part of my business and she still tracked us down. It did so much for our faith here of like, how in the world did these two ladies find us? And what a precious story. So I wanted to teach you how to paint a boat. So I started looking at images and trying to get some ideas. And I wanted to show y'all this. One of my favorite artists is Beatrix Potter. And last year or year before last, for my birthday, my daughter took me to Atlanta because they had a traveling art museum of Beatrix Potter. And so I bought this book. Look at the color, sage green. Because I love the artwork in here. It's very soft, it's calming, and that's what I wanted to translate in this painting that we did. So I looked at this to get some inspiration. I also have this book, and I used it to get some inspiration. And so in this month's painting, I'm teaching you how you can look at things to get inspiration and change it to be yours so that you're pulling from that other person's artwork without it being their artwork. So we're talking about that this month. And so so this is it. This is I painted two of them. This is on the wood panel. So it's two boats that have been left behind, and there's our blush pink, our color of the month. And I wanted the water and the sky behind it to be super calm so that the empty boats are the story. So then on this one, I painted this one on canvas and I added the verse, and they left everything and followed him. So that's what we're going to paint. I also did this in watercolor. This is it in watercolor. So for those of you who are digging into watercolor right now and you'd rather do watercolor, you can absolutely translate this design into watercolor. Then I decided to go ahead and do it on the wood panel, and we put together a small kit. It's 2 wood panels and then 2 wooden tags for your names of Jesus for this month with some vintage paper. If you want to get those supplies, it's separate from the color of the month. This little kit is separate, and Brandy just got it up on the website. But I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but these are floater frames. So you can take a canvas or a piece of wood and you kind of drop it down in there, and it is inset, and it's such a great way to frame your artwork. But when I was at Hobby Lobby, I found this tray, and they had a couple of different sizes. This is just a wood tray, and I want to experiment with one of them and have it in here. And I haven't decided if I want to put book pages on the back or paint it a different color, but I think this would be pretty too. And the other idea I had for this is you could paint this larger, because I'm showing you in this month's mixed media painting, you can make this as large or as small as you want to. Like you might want to make some even smaller and give them as gifts. But I intentionally made this super simple so that whatever your skill level, you can paint this. You can. You really can. So this is our painting of the month. And after I painted it on canvas and on the wood, I really like the wood better, especially if you want to add some lettering and detail, because you can see I really struggled getting that on that bumpy canvas. So peaceful. And that was what I wanted, y'all. That's what I wanted. A flat basket. That's a good idea. What are some other ways that you could, you could do this also, layer this on a long canvas, think layered. You could layer it on some of the papers. Like you could layer it like this on some paper. Or let's see, look at this. You could layer it on the sage green. You could layer on book paper. Lots of ways to do it. So that's going to be our mixed media painting of the month. And so what I would like to do, because if you missed the first part, I pre-recorded our color of the month where I'm teaching you how to look for the paint, how to mix the paint. And there was something weird going on with StreamYard, and there's weird things in the video, but I was tired and I did not pre-record it. So I watched it enough to see it's okay. You can watch and you can learn from it. But on our first Zoom together, I want us to do more papers together, because I know we have a jelly plate lesson in the hub, but I want to go back over it some more. So we'll do that. And that leads me, and I'll come back to the lettering in just a second. So normally with the new plan, new schedule, the second Tuesday. Yeah, normally we do the second Tuesday of the month is our Creative Hearts gathering. But so that would make it April 14th. But I thought y'all, since that video messed up, I thought y'all might want to do it earlier. So feel free to tell me if you would prefer to wait till the 14th. But so I was going to do it Thursday the 9th, April the 9th at 6 p.m. That Tuesday the 7th, Micah's got a concert in Mobile, and he's only got 2 left before he changes schools. So we want to be able to go see him on that Tuesday. And then I have a nephew getting married that weekend. A lot of stuff is happening in April. A lot of good things. So that's what we're looking at is watch the tutorial for the color mixing and all that. And just know, I know that it's not the best. It's doing quirky stuff, but we'll go back over it when we meet live. Okay, so that leads to our symbol of the month, because the name of Jesus for April is going to be Lord, and I'm going to incorporate Master in there also. And I already all the themes and organization are great. I feel so much better. Yeah, so do this, and I want y'all to get in the habit of doing this. We used to do this whenever we first started Creative Hearts. If you have questions that you want me to cover, send an email and let me know before our Zoom, and that way I can be prepared. because if y'all notice, I swapped different tables depending on what we're covering, and that way I can make sure I'm at the right table doing, you know, what I need to do. So I want to show you this. I decided to do 2 symbols. I don't have them painted yet. I do have them formed, but we're going to do it on this shape. But I want to do this. Look at that. That's with the clay. And I'll show y'all how I made that. But that's what that little kit is for. So we put the book pages in there, and there's some Easter hymns in here. So you could cover this with your book paper, or you could do some of your other papers. But let me see if I can pronounce it correctly. Ichthus, I think is the correct pronunciation. So I want that to be on one of them. And then I did a boat. And I'm probably going to do it like this or like this, and then have the ribbon coming out of it. I don't know. There's just something about boats. And so I wanted to do a boat also. But to me, this is a symbol, that a sign that is just represents they left everything for these disciples. Think about it. This is their identity as a fisherman. That's their identity. So they left their identity. They left their revenue. This is their revenue to follow him. So I think we're going to have a really powerful month. Look at the back. See, it's not totally dry. Okay, so I think I told y'all everything. I think I did. So we have the printable club, the art printable club. I showed you those. If you don't have any of that shrink paper, Karen put the link for us in the comments where you can find that. Brandy found some at Hobby Lobby, but let me show it right there. That's what Karen got. And then Brandy found hers at Hobby Lobby. They've got clear and they have white. The white is going to give you more color. It's going to be a foundation for the color to be more vibrant. This is the clear, and it's translucent and it's beautiful. So there's no right or wrong, but Carolyn. Okay, good, Carolyn. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, and there's my little oar. So that's coming. The mixed media, we're painting, and we have put together a little bundle that's got the vintage book pages. You get 2, because I really think once you paint this, and I tried to make this super simple, and you even have a traceable, I think you're going to want to do more than one. I know what I was going to say. Like, this could represent me and Terry. Like, if you had a family of 3, you might want to have 3 empty boats. I think there's different ways you can do this. And I'm showing you how to look for reference images and learn from the image, but make it your own. Okay, that's what we're focused on this month. We're mixing paint. I'm teaching you how to mix this from my favorite formula was cadmium red hue with, I think it's Naples yellow and white. But you can buy the paint already mixed, and give you lots of ideas of that. And we have the color of the month. Brandy gave me this, and I forgot to say it because so many of y'all have ordered. We put this together, the color of the month bundle. I'm so glad y'all love these. So this month, this is the tool. And we'll use this in our journaling. Have y'all used these before? I bet Karen has. These are twin tone. This is a Tombow. And I'm so excited because I finally have a connection now with them so I can get these supplies. So I have a lot of things to be excited about. This is a darker value. of the rose, the blush pink. I keep wanting to call it rose gold. We put some artwork in there that's got that color. I have some really pretty bling this month in that color. There's 2 different bags of bling. You get a lot in this month's little color of the month. And it's all stuff that you can use in your journal making, in your collage. It's going to be good. So we have these available also, and that's for the color of the month. So let me grab that link, and I'm just going to grab it and drop it in here very quickly. Then I want to tell you one more thing. I feel like I'm talking 90 miles an hour, but I had so much I wanted to tell y'all that I did not want to forget about. Me too, Karen. I love everything. I just need a money tree. Okay, good. Good. All right. And y'all shop your stash. You might be surprised what you have. Another place that's good to shop is like the thrift stores, blouses, skirts that get discarded. Y'all, those make great fodder or things that you can use in your journal making, in your artwork even. We are very close to having the virtual retreat ready to sign up. We're just juggling quite a few things, so we haven't gotten it done yet. But I want to give you the date because I know there was a lot of you waiting for us to give you the date. It's not ready to sign up yet, but it's close. I think now I'm second guessing myself. Hold on just a second, y'all. Hold, please. I need to confirm it. So I'm waiting for one more supply to make sure I can get it so that I can get the price set, because I want to send you as many as the tools as I can. But there's a few things I was trying to get the pricing on to make sure that I could send it and the availability. But we will have the date and the sign up ready for y'all very soon for those of you who wanted to do the virtual. Okay, 25th and 26th and 27th, June 26th and 27th. And then, let me write this down. So be 26th and 27th virtual. And then we're going to add a second date because we filled up really quickly for the first date. So we're looking at October doing a second Majestic Christmas. And I'm starting to get some of the supplies in that we're going to be using and making, and I'm super excited. So I'm about to bust a gut to tell you what it is, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait just a minute to tell you. We will have 2 new names of Jesus that we're going to be making ornaments for at the retreat. And I can tell you this, it's the Lamb of God will be one of the ornaments, and the Lion of the tribe of Judah. So let your imagination run wild. All right. I think I told you everything. Does anybody have any questions at all? I know I told you a lot of information. Susan, where are y'all going on your mission trip? Yes, June would be, yes, Bobby. June virtual would be the Majestic Christmas. Yes. June, we're looking at that Friday, the 26th, and Saturday, the 27th. Will that work for you, Bobby? Because I know that you were one of the ones Mexico. Okay. Remind us in the CHS group so we can be praying for you, Susan, while you're gone in your in your group. Yes, October would be, yeah, that's a good way to say it. October would be a second in-person retreat here. A repeat. Yes, not a part. Yes. And I'm trying to play around with the wording on how to communicate it because last year what we did is we had the beloved and we had a part one and part two. This time, because the first one filled up so quickly, wanted to offer a second opportunity to do it in person. And that's the one we're looking at October when it's a little bit cooler to come here in person. And then the virtual is the date we were looking at was June the 26th and 27th. Good. Yeah. That's the main thing. I wanted to get the date out for y'all so you could at least mark that down and know that I am working on I'd hope to have it ready today, but I'm still waiting for one more supply to make sure that I can get enough to ship it. If not, for whatever I don't send you, you'll have a supply list that that you can purchase. How about that, Karen? Yes, Alina, we're birthday babies. I would love that, Sherry. I think this is gonna be really special. I feel really excited about it and focused on His Majesty and worshiping His Majesty. And I'm super tickled that we're going to get a head start on Christmas because it bothered me. I know that a lot of us were stressed last year because we didn't get our stuff finished. We didn't get to finish all the stuff we started. And so it's like, I want us to start earlier and really focus in on Him. And I'm excited. I think it's going to be good. All right. Well, thank y'all for being here. And Sherry, you just pray and ask the Lord because we would love to have you. All right. Let me hear from you if you have questions, and we'll let you know when usually Adrian has the lessons by the 1st. So y'all, I just got to finish it up. So that's what I'm going to do when I get off here is I'm going to paint my pieces and get that recorded and finish up our verses. All right. Well, y'all have a wonderful weekend and just know that I'm thankful for you. Okay. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.